Good morning, YouTube. It is Monday, another day, another fresh week to get started on some new work. I have some things that I'm looking forward to starting fresh, new, and just to give it a try. Sorry, it is a little bit of a mess. It's not really that bad of a mess. I kind of just left my pool towel, but yeah, so we just got back. It's 8:30 currently. We did a 6 mile this morning. I think it was right around, it was a bit of an easier pace today, more of like staying in like a cadence. So we did about 8-minute miles. So not too bad, because also with it being summer, or it's starting to become summer, I've got to keep waking up earlier and earlier in order to beat the heat so I don't overheat out there, because by the time I'm done with my run, it is freaking hot. It gets hot, especially I don't like running while carrying a water bottle, so I don't run with water on me. So I kind of just need to hopefully get my run done before I just crash. But it's good training because that way I get good heat training in, which is very useful for when run day comes into play, especially when you're thirsty and your body isn't used to not having liquid. It's a good way of kind of pushing those limits. But we just got our coffee for the day. I went downstairs, got some coffee. I'm kind of weird. Everybody else is like, no, you freaking don't. There's no way. Yeah, I drink straight black, dark roast. Not kidding. Yeah, I'm currently debating on the schedule of my YouTube posts, because I look at people who kind of do my similar things on YouTube, and they don't do it as often, like not nearly. Like I think I saw one guy who does pretty good, like does pretty good for himself. And for his channel, because he does pretty much what I do, he does it like, I think it's once a week. But he does it super high quality, which is kind of what I've been getting in depth with. I'm not very skilled at social media. I'm not very skilled at videos. I'm not very skilled at the video editing. So that's something I'm kind of like trying to teach myself, like in my free time. Like today, I'm probably going to try something else that has to do with more of the, wow, I'm spacing it right now. Holy cow. The freaking picture on the YouTube video. Am I tweaking? I'm tweaking. I don't know what it is right now. Wow, I'm spacing. But so that, I need to learn how to properly make one of those. Make one that actually does it, because even though I only have like 60 subscribers or so, I get a ton of impressions and a ton of outreach on the videos themselves. And because I'm truly like just trying to see how I can manipulate like the data I'm getting from my posts to kind of see how fast maybe someone who's like super consistent can actually pick up momentum, I guess, on their stuff. Like right now, for example, my YouTube shorts are carrying my entire channel. I mean, I feel like that's kind of just like how it's gonna be for a while, just because we're in like the discovery phase of like reaching out to new people, getting new audience, and things like that. So that's not a big deal, but the the amount of people that see my videos is like, let's just say like 1,000 or so, and the amount of people that actually view is like literally like 1.3% or something like that. It's something really small, and it's not a very good number. So it's not a very good number. So I have to fix that issue, maybe bring it up, maybe me doing, the thumbnail, wow, the thumbnail. Yeah, maybe me doing the thumbnail will help improve that percentage right there. So that's something I'm going to learn this week. I also want to bring up the quality upon my like short form stuff. So like whether it be the text overlays or maybe bring in other clips while my reel is like while my short form is playing in the background, something like that, just to bring in a more cinematic and more bring more of an environment to my videos. Because why not try and do it? So I'm gonna try it and so yeah, so I'm gonna try and do that. So that's something else. Hopefully, I improve on as the week goes on. I hope by the end of the week that I can make a solid thumbnail. I can make a solid title. I can do higher quality within my short form, and hopefully, I don't. It's probably not gonna happen. Hopefully, within the next month, these like whenever I get into my talking stage to whatever the topic is of the week, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do 4 times a week of talking stuff. I could do 4 times a week of like this, of like regular stuff, of like, just yapping or whatever. But I don't know if, I think like that straight up talking stuff is gonna have to be once a week. Cause like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like. I gotta run some numbers and see what actually would be beneficial towards like the actual outreach aspect of it. But because every time I do like a talking thing, I get probably close to 10 clips on average to short form into pushing out to my other social media. So it's not like I'm going to be lacking of content because I do make short form outside of these. So man, I'm struggling. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're gonna push for, and we'll see. But I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I haven't done none of that stuff. Usually, what I do is after like, because I either, depending on the schedule for the plan, I will either eat, or no, I will either lift or I will run. And today happened to be a run, and then I usually will go maybe grab a coffee. I don't know, but I don't even get a big one. And then I read my Bible before I eat. It's like a thing. Like, dude, listen. If you don't believe in God, it is what it is. But something I've noticed, like since, like, I don't know. I guess since I have strengthened my relationship, is every time like I go about my day, and I don't read this first thing before I eat, like before anything, like before I eat, before I start work, before I like get on my phone, before like all that stuff, I immediately go and I read this first. And even if it's just a chapter, I see the way in which I think, feel, and all that stuff in my day to be like extremely polar opposites if I do or don't read this. And that's why I make this a no matter what. It is something I have to do no matter what. Like, I will have to read this every time, every morning, before I eat, before I do anything important, because I feel like, it's not even 9 o'clock yet. Some people are, still waking up, and we've already got our workout in. We've already read our Bible. We've already got like the Word of God in us, and we got a coffee on us, and we can start our work before eat. Like, I'm literally starting it already, and it's only 8:45, and most people aren't even started yet, and that's like a win. And that's all that matters really when you're trying to be a competitor within your niche. So it's the amount of input. Not worried too much about the output yet. We've got a lot of input to put in first. But yeah, so I'm gonna read this, and then I'm gonna start cooking some breakfast, and I will see you guys after. I don't know. We'll see if I see you guys after this or after breakfast. I didn't cook yet, only because of the fact that I talk a lot better and think a lot clearer when I don't eat before I do a video. I've found I always have to eat like 2 hours before. Like I have to be hungry when I do a video. It's so weird. I don't know. I'm weird. But yeah, so I kind of want to just go over today of like, I don't know. I don't want to be corny in the, like I kind of, okay, so I heard something from Alex Hormozi today, and I kind of wanted to use that, and it kind of just inspired me to kind of talk about it, because I had talked with one of the guys here about, you know, I don't know, about like how other people think and how other people operate, and like what we think success is, and what like all these different things. And I think a lot of people have it misconstrued of what I think whenever, at least whenever I talk about success, whenever I talk about trying to reach your dreams and goals, people always think, oh, it's being a millionaire, oh, it's having the car, oh, it's having the nice house, it's having all that stuff, which yes, it is true to an extent, but success in all reality is just whatever we make it. We could be successful and rich, and you could just be happy about the fact that you have shoes on your feet. A man without shoes would think he is rich with the shoes that you have on, because he wouldn't have shoes. So you've got to think of a way, you got to think in the way of like, not everybody's success is going to be the same as yours, because we all think success in a different way based off the past experiences that we've all had in order to get us to where we are. So like, I think for me, rich for me is not being loaded. Like yes, I understand rich in money and stuff, but like rich to me is like having the friend group around you, having the beautiful wife, having the relationship with God, having that type of stuff means so much more to me, because now of everything I've gone through and everything that I have done to get here, I now understand what being rich truly means. And like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know, like I don't really care about the money too much anymore. Like, it's a nice thing to have, and it's nice to use, because I like to use it on other people. Especially if you know me, I like to kind of give a ton, even if it's not in return. But I just think that people have that misconstrued, because then I also think, even if not everybody is meant to go do their own thing, okay? So not everybody's meant to go do their own thing. Not everybody's meant to go create something special, all that stuff. Like, they're just not. But there is a difference between the person that works the 9 to 5 that they do bare minimum essentially, and they just try and get by just to get by. And then there's also the person that works their ass off, and they put in the work, and they try to be the best of their abilities within their specific role that they have. And those are the people that I respect, because those people want to put in the work. Those people understand what it means to try and to improve not just themselves, but improve the entire, group around them in order to be the best team possible. And I think you trying to be your best self will then help everybody else around you to then, in order to see, oh, I could do more, oh, I could be better in this aspect. And it's like a chain reaction. It's a butterfly effect. And that's what I think a lot of people don't think about. I don't know, like why not do something if you're not going to try and be the best at it? Because then, like, what's the point of living? You know what I mean? Like, there's just nothing. Like, there's no point. Go enjoy life the best you can. Go be the best in whatever you're doing. Like, it's like, always try and be the best. Just try. Because no one's ever complained about not trying. Like, no one's ever complained about not trying harder, not putting in more work, not trying to be the best within the niche that you're in. No one's ever complained about that, but they will complain that they didn't do that later on. So it's like, you've got to understand that too. So I don't know. I don't want to live with regrets. So it's like, Okay, so how can I prevent that? Well, I can prevent that by trying as hard as I can probably say I could try. And that way I can say I gave it my all and I have nothing, I can't be mad. So like that goes the same with like my trading, for example. And I tell the guys this all the time that I'm on the meetings with. It's like, you know, I yes, you lose. Like it's gonna happen. Like you can have an 80% win rate, and you have a certain holy cow. I have an 80% like win rate on this strategy, and this is my edge in the market, and all that stuff. And you're still gonna lose. Everybody loses. It's inevitable, and it's how it goes. You just have to be understanding of that. But it is about how you lose that matters. It's about how you do that, and like I get so, like the only time I ever get so mad at myself is when I don't follow my rules, is when I don't do that, because that's telling me I'm not trying my hardest. I'm not putting my mind fully into this. I'm not being emotionally, detached from the bad things of this. And that gets me more upset. And that's what actually makes me mad is that. And then when I lose, but I know I followed everything down to the T, I can't be mad at that. I gave it my best. I did exactly what I said I was going to do, and I walked in and I walked out exactly how I should have. And there's no better feeling than knowing that you did everything you could, but yet you still failed. So inevitably, it's like, you know what? You still gave your all, and that's really all that matters. But yeah, and like looking back, I don't know. It's so weird. It's like, that's what it was. Yeah. So what Alex Hormozy was talking about, he said the saying when people say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. He said he doesn't believe that, and that was the first time I've ever heard someone say that. Like I've literally never heard someone say that. Like if you've heard someone say that, then good for you. But I've never heard anybody ever say that, because usually everybody says that about every situation possible. But he was like, he thinks it's a lie. And he was like, because you can dehydrate the horse using salt and make them dehydrated. And he was like, that's the same thing you can do with the dreams that you have in your life and the goals that you have in order to push farther than the rest of the competition, is to dehydrate yourself of the external noise, make yourself dehydrated and fearful that you're not going to find that water, and the aspect of using a catalyst of some experience that you've had and making that your drive and your why of why you need to achieve the dreams you have, why you need to get the goals, why you need to push farther. And that's how you dehydrate yourself, and that's how you make your mind fiend for more water, or that goal, as you should say. And that was such like a cool like way of putting it, is like I've literally just never heard anybody say that, and that was just such a, I don't know, that actually changes everything. Like that, I don't know, it like changes everything, because everybody's always just like, oh well, you can just do whatever you can, and if it doesn't follow what you're trying to do, then you just can't do anything about it. And like him saying that like kind of like changes everything in the aspect of like, holy cow, you really can. And a lot of people don't, like, at least I have, at least how I use my drive, and I find my drive within keeping consistent, staying disciplined, and trying to keep getting better every day, is I use experiences and I construe them in a way, like sure, it may or may not be healthy, but I construe them in a way in order to make me motivated, make me want to push harder, make me want to, I don't know, just have that boost of just like, I don't know, I don't want to say like dog, but like it, you can always, there's a way to find in every experience or memory you have one thing that will help you push farther, one thing someone said, one experience that made you feel bad, one thing that you saw that you would like to have. Like there's always something that you can use in order to catalyze your growth, in order to achieve the dreams that you have. And I think that is such a strong skill to have is to be able to manipulate yourself when you're in your worst times in order to be your best in the worst times. And that's who you truly are. So being able to do that is a infinitely better tool to compete with everybody else than any other tool, because that one will carry on with you through all the hard times, no matter what, and it will never go away because you can control that aspect. I don't know. It was a super cool saying. I've never heard of it, and it was just like, wow, that was kind of cool. Never heard that, but yeah. Also, something else. If you are someone that's like, I don't know, kind of like me, like that kind of thinks like me or something like that. If you've never watched a Chris Williamson and Alex Hormozi podcast together on Modern Wisdom, it's on Chris Williamson's podcast. Please go watch it. Please go watch it. Please go watch it. Or any type of Alex Hormozi podcast or anything like that, because like it's kind of funny to see, because I'm almost going through that same change of mentality, I guess, when it comes to life. Because at least for me, I was always in the thought process of F everything else and like, I'm gonna do this. And yeah, no, it helps and it's almost needed. It's almost needed. And at least the first stages of getting yourself to become that person to continue the work later on. But eventually you start reaping, like you start pulling the strings of what you sowed and experiencing them and using that to experience new and fun things in your life. And like, I think right now I'm in a point where I'm starting to, I don't know, I guess get to experience things that I never would have, I don't know, I guess not saying just home, but like, I'm saying like when I was putting in the work and that I needed to do that. So I'm not complaining, but it's like now I'm actually getting to experience some life and it's really, really cool. I don't know, it's really cool because I'm meeting a lot of really cool people and I don't think I would have been able to do that if I was still in that mode. Now, obviously it doesn't mean like you stop working or whatever, but it does mean that you take, a little time here, a little time there, and you start experiencing things and meeting new people and making great experiences. And I think it is important to do that, but don't do it to an extent where it pulls you away from your work. You still need to put in the work and make sure it's done before you do that. You have to make sure it's done before you do that, but I don't know, I'm kind of in like a weird space of like, I am starting to enjoy certain things and I don't know, it's kind of super cool. It's kind of foreign to me and it's scaring me. And I do this a lot with like relationships and stuff like that. It like scares me because I know it pulls me away from my work. But then at the same time, then what was the point of putting in the work in order to have freedom if you were never going to use the freedom? And I don't know, it's a weird thing. And I just need to like work on like that stress and anxiety I get when I'm not doing it, or when I know I could, use that time for something else or something like that. So it's a constant cycle and it's just something that I've got to work on. And, I've got to continue to push though, but I've got to work on that for sure. That's like one of the biggest things I was just talking to my buddy with, is like that fear is kicking in. So we got to just keep our head down still, keep grinding. And yeah, so I hope today was, I don't know. Today was pretty good. I don't know. Good start to our morning, good start to our day. I'm about to go cook breakfast. This coffee is about to be empty, which means it is time to eat. And I'm about to get to work. And I hope you guys have a good Monday and Tuesday, and I'll see you Wednesday. And I hope you guys got after it this morning and had a win, at least somewhat. Hopefully made your bed. That's a win. telling you, don't miss out on that one. Whenever I have a bad day, I look at my bed, and that tells me everything. But yeah, so I'll see you guys later. A little bit different setting on the couch. Yeah, look at this real quick. Look at the setup though. We got the whole setup going on now. Isn't it purty? Yep. Guys, well, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'll see you guys Wednesday, and hopefully I have improved on the thumbnail by then. So hopefully I keep myself accountable on that, because that's something I need to do. So I'm gonna do that today. But all right, guys, peace out. Have a good one. God bless, and talk to you guys later.